Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because today, we've got some incredible news that could have a huge impact on millions of people across the U.S. Today, we're talking about something that is going to bring relief to many individuals on Social Security. You heard it right, there's going to be a big win for Social Security recipients, with a raise of up to $2,000 a year for people receiving SSI, SSDI, and even retirement benefits. Yes, you heard that correctly, a potential $2,000 increase to your Social Security benefits starting in 2025. This could be a game changer for those relying on these benefits to get by every month. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's break down everything you need to know about this exciting news and what it means for you. The announcement of this raise is not just another routine increase, it's significantly larger than previous years and reflects a real effort from the Social Security Administration, SSA, to help those who need it the most. The raise comes at a time when the country has been grappling with higher inflation rates, rising living costs, and economic uncertainty. For people on Social Security, especially those on SSI or SSDI, this adjustment couldn't have come at a more crucial time. So, let's talk about exactly what this raise means, who will benefit, and how this could impact your financial situation moving forward. Now, when we say there's going to be an increase of up to $2,000 a year, you might be wondering who's eligible for this boost and how it's going to affect you. Well, the good news is that this increase will benefit millions of people who rely on Social Security benefits, specifically those on Supplemental Security Income, SSI, Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, and Social Security Retirement Benefits. If you're receiving any of these payments, you can expect to see an increase in your monthly checks. And if you're wondering how much this raise is going to be, the average increase for people on SSI and SSDI could be between $200 to $250 a month, which translates to an additional $2,400 a year. That's significant. And for those of you on retirement benefits, you can also expect to see extra money in your pockets to help cope with rising expenses. So how much will you specifically get? Well, for SSI recipients, the monthly benefit is expected to increase to somewhere between $1,500 to $1,600 per month. This increase is absolutely critical, especially for those who rely on SSI to cover basic living expenses, from rent and utilities to food and transportation. The $2,400 additional income over the course of a year may not seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it will definitely help ensure that recipients can keep up with rising costs of essentials that affect everyone's daily life. For SSDI recipients, the amount could range from $14 to $18 per month, depending on your individual circumstances, with the extra $250 providing crucial financial relief. But you might be asking, why now? Why such a large raise? Well, this adjustment is primarily the result of a key mechanism in the Social Security program known as Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA. Every year, the Social Security Administration uses the CPIW index, which tracks the cost of goods and services that a typical urban worker buys. This includes everything from gas to food to medical expenses. As the cost of these goods rises due to inflation, the SSA increases benefits to help people maintain their purchasing power. The COLA for 2025 is reflecting the surge in inflation over the past few years. With prices for nearly everything from food to healthcare to rent continuing to climb, the SSA has decided to make a more substantial adjustment to keep up with the financial pressure millions of beneficiaries are facing. One of the biggest challenges for those who rely on Social Security is that their benefits often don't keep pace with inflation. So, even though you might have been receiving $1,200 or $1,500 a month, it doesn't go as far when prices are climbing. That's why this $2,400 raise is such a relief. It ensures that Social Security recipients aren't left struggling to make ends meet in the face of rising prices for essentials. And let's not forget, this increase is more than just a temporary adjustment, it's a long-term change to the payment structure, so recipients will see the impact in their monthly checks for years to come. It's one of those rare times when the system is actively working to help recipients in a more meaningful way and provide them with financial stability during a time of economic volatility. Let's talk about the impact of this raise, especially for SSDI and SSI recipients. For many individuals relying on Social Security benefits, these payments are often the primary or sole source of income. This means that when prices rise, their budgets get stretched to the limit. For people with disabilities, the inability to work means they don't have the flexibility to earn more money to cover the extra costs. Similarly, many seniors living on Social Security are already on a tight budget, and rising healthcare costs and prescription medication expenses often take a significant chunk of their monthly payments. This raise will help cover some of those increased costs and allow people to have a little more financial cushion in their daily lives. But what about seniors who are receiving Social Security as part of their retirement benefits? They'll also see an increase, which is essential as the cost of things like medications, health insurance premiums, and even just the everyday costs of groceries and utilities continue to rise. For many seniors, Social Security is their only income. This extra $200 to $250 each month could be the difference between making ends meet and struggling to pay bills. Many seniors have also faced the hardship of rising rent costs, so this increase could go a long way toward keeping them financially secure and preventing them from becoming more vulnerable to economic instability. Now, as great as this news is, you're probably wondering how long this will last. Well, the good news is that the COLA adjustment is based on the Consumer Price Index each year, meaning that if inflation continues to rise, we could see additional raises in future years. That's important to keep in mind because, while this raise is incredibly helpful right now, the fight for financial security is an ongoing one. If inflation continues to be a concern, it's possible that these types of adjustments will become more regular in the coming years, helping beneficiaries keep up with the cost of living. For those who want to stay on top of these changes, it's a good idea to regularly check your Social Security statement through the SSA's online portal. By logging into your My Social Security account, you can keep track of the benefits you're receiving and make sure everything is updated properly. This is especially important when any changes are made to your monthly payments, so you can see the exact impact of the increase in real time. Plus, it's a great way to make sure there are no mistakes with your payments. Errors do happen, and staying on top of it will ensure you're getting the full amount you're entitled to. Looking forward, the question on many